Okay, hey Scorpio. Let's get some dirty clothes. That's the energy I'm getting. The Laundromat song by Nivea. Go into the laundromat. Food, stains, clothes, socks. For a while now. So somebody's fed up. It seems somewhere in this. Oh, another well done message. Nice. Okay. Oh, somebody been annoying though. Someone has been annoying on your last nerve. Maybe there's a Leo involved in this. I don't know. Ooh. Yep, time's up on that situation though. Interesting. Uh-oh. That's the first thing I saw was institutions, but it was like mental institution. And what I understood from a download that I got the other day was that somebody is going to be in a behavioral health facility or something like that. Okay, but anyway, so that's maybe what the people above this person are determining. Like that's essentially what happens though when someone gets diagnosed or committed or something like that. I don't know. To save their rank, they told the truth and snitched. So somebody decided to save their rank and snitch on somebody. It looks like someone from a nightclub or a bar. Interesting. Maybe there's a karmic sister or brother that's involved in this or knows this person, or maybe it's your karmic sister or brother. I don't know. But no one cares. They did it to themselves, is what I'm understanding. Like, nobody feels sorry for this person. Nobody feels sorry for this person at all. You're going to be enjoying life a whole lot more soon. Nice. So there's some type of case that you may be involved in. I don't know if this is custody or, something someone's bringing towards you or you brought towards someone else, but the case will be open and shut. All evidence will be reviewed and considered for sentencing. No less than 12 years minimum for each person. Whose reading is this? Oh, Scorpio. Oh, okay. Okay. Will they ever learn to focus on healing and getting well so they can have a real legacy? So there are a lot of people missing out on, what they thought that they could put together for a family or create for themselves. Maybe the initial B is significant. The DINS. I'm also getting somebody's going to be like, they don't have somebody's phone number, or the number that they have is disconnected, because that's what that noise is. This community will go down in history as a place that nobody wants to go. So people are going to find out that they don't want to like live in this city, or like they're going to see a ton of people start to actually flee the city and like leave. The commerce from whatever city this is for this reading, Scorpio, whatever this city is that did this to you, where there's all these crimes taking place against you, people are not, it's like once this gets out, people are not going to want to be there. So there's an accessory to a crime, someone who knowingly initiates or assists in the commission or concealment of a crime without participation of it. So those individuals will get 3+ years, or could get that much. Yeah, they're in a lot of, there's the Three of Swords right behind it, a lot of emotional heartbreak. Well, brought it on themselves is what the card said, right? Yeah, you decided to stay in your good energy and let whatever they was doing, let it be whatever they were doing. So you let it fizzle out. Like, okay, you want to do that? Okay. Eventually they'll get the picture, right? Yeah, they're embarrassing their ancestors right now, Scorpio. Yeah, there's maybe a male friend or relative of a younger age or something like that, or the same age. It's what I keep hearing when I hear this, but this person may be in the Navy or had something to do with the Navy or something like that. Yeah, maybe this person is cursed with a narcissistic abuser. So again, curses aren't just like spell work. They could be cursed in the fact that they end up stuck with someone. Nice. Thank you, Omar, for liking and subscribing. And email me if you ever have questions. I do readings. Oh, that was something I wanted to also let you know, but I guess it's just coming out in this Scorpio reading for whatever reason. You can send me just an email to fancygranolagoddess@gmail.com, and you can just simply ask the question that you want to know about yourself. And then that way I don't need a bunch of information. If you have a specific question, like, is this going to work out for me? Or, what's happening over here with me and so on. So I can work with those things. My email is it's the same as my name, fancygranolagoddess@gmail.com. Ooh. There's some love. I have to keep, today has been like really strong on this love energy, this romantic, like love relationship. It's really strong. Oh, wow. This was the download that I got too. The process of enduring will follow them into their next lifetime. So some people feel like, oh, well, what difference does it make if I'm going to be stuck to a horrible life here on the planet Earth, then, why should I stop doing what I'm doing? Well, because when you leave, you come back to like the worst family. You ever see those babies that be looking real mad because they keep the captions usually something like they were born into a ghetto family or something like that? That's literally what's going to happen. Like, someone said previously, I just heard someone say it earlier, that it's like when they get like, imagine being born into a family where your mother hated you and like all your family. It's like kind of that energy is going to be. It's going to be the cause and effect, even for people who take themselves out, even for people who, like there was in the Pisces reading, there was an energy of like the, life endings come in threes, but essentially it's like the cause and effect. Like it doesn't matter. It's just going to happen. Dang, this is out here twice. So maybe there's two people. I don't know. Wow, maybe there's a cousin that's involved in this who had a contract as well. Wow. Anything they continue to do again marks the end. Coffin. I was telling you, that's what it was saying. Someone will fall extremely ill after eating and be hospitalized for 3 or more days. So someone's going to be hospitalized. I know somebody's going to say something about me missing the Z. I'm putting an O in there. Hospitalized. And someone's hiding their involvement in this betrayal that took place. That's pretty much why the karma is, erupting is what I hear, like a volcano. Yeah. They're really bored now and dissatisfied with whatever it is what they have, what life is offering anymore. They don't trust their siblings is what it looks like either. Someone leaked info on, oh my gosh. So someone that was involved in these like betrayals and like whatever happened, someone was leaking, like someone was on live leaking info, like maybe talking about the crimes or whatever they did, and it was screen recorded. So they thought that they were like just going to be on live and that they could like take it down, but somebody was screen recording while this person was on live. See, that's the thing. The technology is what's going to be there. Like, it's the thing that they use the most to like manipulate you or to, use your information and copy your identity, et cetera, et cetera, et cetera. But essentially what they don't realize is the same technology is the technology that's going to take them down, the IP addresses and this, and it doesn't matter if they have those things that can like mask them. Do they not think that the technology that the government and other officials have, and especially since now between these groups, which came out in another reading, these groups are starting to understand that these people who work for like the Freemasons and stuff like that, like they don't respect the police officers and the military individuals that are in these groups, and they consider them like dogs, but these are people who don't work, don't have real jobs, who don't have legitimacy, and so that's where there's also some dissension and disunion in these groups. Yeah, I'm feeling like they don't even know what to do other than get rid of these people. But you learn how to forgive and proceed based on your intuition. So, that's also what you're doing too. There was an energy of like, there may be like a tiny few friends that you might, have been able to keep over the course of time. And you're learning to like forgive the process of their absence or whatever, et cetera, based on the intuition though. So you got to follow your intuition on that too. Don't be fast to move towards people that are moving fast towards you, honey. That's all I can tell you. Unless of course it's a mutual thing. But in this instance, it's like, yeah, use your intuition. There's a journalist who had a tip and was able to investigate named parties. Their story will be a hit. Today's news. So this is going to be public. Yeah, because whoever this is stays getting into spiritual trouble. So it's like, it's almost kind of like they're doing the same thing spiritually and they're just doing the same thing here. They live a low life spiritually and they live a low life here on the planet. And they're going to like submit to each other. And whatever happens when that happens, I don't know. But they're all facing really harsh difficulties in every area of their life. Like I said, it's been cemented in for somebody. A Leo could be significant, the initials M-O-T or S, or M-O-S-T, which is most. You're the most. Yeah, you teamed up with the team with the most. Maybe those people teamed up with some people too, but they teamed up with people whose ego would get into the way. So it's kind of like maybe there was an agenda, maybe there was a purpose, maybe there was, a rhyme and a reason for whatever they were doing. But essentially, some people let it take their minds over. Like some people thought that they were bigger than the organizations, bigger than the people that were doing the work for them, bigger than God. And that's why everything took off like it did. Progress, integration, forward movement. Yeah. Most importantly, though, is that you loved yourself and you've done well. There's a lot of well done energy in these readings that are coming out today. The initials, hold on. I was told to keep this. You're like everything in one person. It's like you're a good friend, you're a good mother or father, you're a good employee, coworker, boss, you're a good, customer, you're good. You're good people. We really like it. And that's why we're teaming up with you. That's what somebody's saying. But anyway, there's some people who got CPNs or PPP loans. PPP, yes, okay. They are going to see something change with respect to like what's going to happen in August, November, December. Those people are going to, I don't know, I feel like they're just going to be out. Like, also with again, it's a lot of energy too of what's happening right now around the world. Like there's no more deferral of student loans, and then there's all these other things coming into play, and then all of these places laying off people, and then all of the immigrants being picked up and removed. And so there's all of these things. There's tariffs, there's there's something happening now where like certain goods that we normally get from the East Coast here in the West Coast aren't going to be able to get to us, or they're going to be a little bit more expensive because it's high demand. It's just a lot of stuff, but it don't have nothing to do with you. A witness picked up a conversation, a long conversation at that, on their phone, and they recorded it once they realized who it was. Voice of recognition. So this may have even happened like where there was a neighbor kind of spying or using some type of like spy gear, and they started recording it. Oh my gosh, because people do that, right? You can't think that your neighbors, that there's somebody in your neighborhood that hasn't went and bought something, to kind of like listen and see. I don't need to because I'm intuitive. And then my neighbors pretty much talk a little bit loud where I can be like, ooh. But there's somebody who is like in this somebody who's like, who ain't did nothing with themselves, who can't do anything with themselves, who fate will do something with them. Yeah, that's something that's coming up for them. Yeah, maybe there's the initial U that's significant. The number 5 or 6, or maybe in 5 or 6 days, you could be going on a dinner date, maybe with the people, the group, the friends, whatever that you teamed up with. I don't know. The initials I. Why is ICE in here? And I just brought up immigration. So somebody might get snatched up. ITEC, but it definitely has ICE there. That's what I was just. That's wild. Okay, so you are constantly on somebody's mind and vice versa. You're always on my mind. Yeah, your intuition is on point about this person. You do both love each other unconditionally. There's an unconditional love that you two have for each other. There's also some like wild and freaky things that y'all like to do. Something both of y'all are fond of. You found love on a two-way street. Your humility makes you attractive to only the right people. So your soul tribe. So the fact that you're like, I don't know, someone told me recently, she was like, be yourself. And I was like, this is me. She was like, but you're so nice and you're always trying to help. And I was like, that's who I am. So essentially, you just being you being, your humble self, and not feeling or making, you don't attempt to make people feel inferior. So if someone feels intimidated, it's because they're intimidated. That's their issue, not yours. And the fact that you're confident, but you don't like overdo it. You're not one of those people that's like, oh, I know, you don't talk, you don't boast like that. Like you don't. Yeah, I don't like the word humble for whatever reason, but whatever. And you are being challenged to get out and do something fun. this summer for sure. That's also the energy I was getting too, because I was going out and about and I was like, oh wow, there's like, I don't know. It was something, it was some kind of energy with like summer vibes, like summer. It was very summertime vibes. Like that, like summertime's gonna be on and popping. Get them cute little shorts out. All right, let's see what's this background noise here. Scorpio's reading. In the background saying, I call the background people that you've left behind, you've cut off, that you don't have connection with anymore, or any contracts with. Why do you want to come to the US? I mean, I get it, but I don't know. Anyway, you're in this very hopeful energy, especially if you're this feminine energy, about all these new things and new ideas that you may have blossoming, or understand these epiphanies that you've come to, maybe even about a narcissist that you had been dealing with or something, or maybe a narcissist is having an epiphany. Maybe they are being educated that the reason that they're struggling or maybe crying over you right now. Oh gosh, get a life. Yeah, these people are groupies, they just want to, I don't know. And I feel like this narcissist energy is jealous of you because you're too busy winning. Like, you don't even care about them being a narcissist. Like, you don't even have time to say the word. It's frivolous. Peasants. Yeah. Hold on, what is this? Offering activation. Yeah, and what happened, it looks like, is there's a lot of longing for for reunion, for connection, for everything to come into play. So maybe for the feminine energy, there was so much longing in that there had to be an activation. Like, activation was just inevitable, right? You've activated your soul purpose and you're receiving your gifts, and that's why you're receiving this offering. Yeah, this too busy winning energy. Awaken your soul and tap into your ancestral memory and inner wisdom. Nice. Okay. All right, Scorpio, let's pull a few more out of here, and that's that. Too busy winning, narcissist. You cannot narcissist me. Yeah, this is growing a lot. Look, that team spirit energy is out here twice. So people got your back. People got your back. Ah, look, can't even make it up. Can't even make it up, yo. It was time. Yeah, because otherwise, anybody that's not doing that and not in that energy, yeah, that sun that came out in the other cards too, those people have been lost and discarded and reduced. I'm also getting that loyalty energy that I was speaking about the Freemasons and the calling the police and military people their dogs or loyal dogs, and how people weren't happy about that. So maybe that's something that was illuminated too. So now, somebody got burned by the sun. Whoever this is that got lost, I don't know, in how they should have been treating you. I don't know. Whoever got lost, they've been discarded and reduced. Whoever got lost, now they know, like, they've been told. Again, I don't know if that was a Pisces or the Aries reading that it came out though, but I had this download of the worst fear for these people is that they'll realize it, but it'll be too late. So the moment they actually realize it, it's going to be too late. So now it's not even like they won't realize it until it's too late. It's like, oh no, they'll get to, check out with the knowledge that they messed up. Anyway, that's what being burnt by the sun means. Yeah, now there's this, all of this stuff set it off for you to strive and be optimistic, and maybe someone even to take the initiative towards you, or to be in the upright too. And it happened really fast. Yeah, it happened in a day. Yeah, that's all been called back to you. So if you've been competent and thorough with calling back all of the things that belong to you, they're here. It's just, don't trip. All right, I hope that this has been helpful and insightful in some way, shape, or form, and I'll catch you on the next one. Later.